wish 50 Cent the best luck in the world in this endeavor that he's doing. But this is something that 50 Cent has to know. That when you're dealing with something like boxing and you're dealing with human beings, we call it peddling in flesh. Even though you're paying them, it's still, dealing in flesh,
Wow.
People are life in general is very short and it's unpredictable, but life is more unpredictable than it is short. So you have to understand you're dealing with human beings, so you're dealing with the probability of anything happening. Wow. And you have to also know this about boxing. It's the only business in the world. It's the only business, legalized business, that everything is not always on top of the table. There's always something under the table.
Some secret shit going
There's
on.
always, it's not going to work.
Wow.
This is how it works.
And why is that in 2012 that, boxing is still...
It should be taken over by the government, I believe.
It doesn't have like a governing body like the NFL or the NBA.
Exactly. Just like, look, 50 Cent is this. This is like 50 he's a rap star. 50 is an entertainer. 50 is a entrepreneur. And 50 don't really know the ins and outs of boxing. He knows probably what Floyd tells him. But once he gets in this arena,
it's a rap.
Once he gets in this arena, anybody that was ever his friend that's on the other side is his enemy. Their job is to totally decimate him financially and get him out of the business.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right, so now any fighters or anybody that's a possible, if they're not on your team, this is what it is. It's a gang. Boxing was developed from gangs. The old Irish guys, old Dutch guys. It was a guy named Jim Bleacher.
Wow, I
and
heard
he
about
always
that too.
and he always put his slash on his corner. So that's how we got the red and blue corner. But you know what the red means? That's my gang. That's the representation of the gang, my political gang. If I win this fight, like the ancient, if I win this fight against your champion, it's all gangs. Gangs. It's all originated from gangs. The whole world. If my gang wins this fight, we own the whole district until you get a champion that could beat my fighter. If you don't want to accept that challenge, my gang against your gang, then a lot of people die. So they pick their champion and his champion, and the red represents, and the blue, Democrat and Republican.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that was all.
That's what the corners represent. No one knows that, but it represents Democrat and Republican.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Corner.
Now, a lot of people don't know.
Mike Tyson told the truth. He told the truth about the ins and outs, and the most exciting part about the red and blue, how they strike each corner, and it's about the Republican Democrats. That tells you that the elites run this, man. It's like in biblical times, they had the gladiators perform for them, for Caesar. Well, all of these fightings and sports figures are nothing but entertainment for the elites. But Cassius Clay, known as Ali today, had a bigger problem because he was being controlled and manipulated by a man by the name of Elijah Muhammad. See, Elijah Muhammad has a lot to do with all of this craziness about people following and paying off. Malcolm X was one, but we'll get to that close to the end of the story. I'll follow up with that. Ali was a good guy. He's a country boy, and all he knew was fighting. He was an honest guy, but he was in the public's eye, and he was becoming rich. And the Muslims set their eye on him because they know they could get a nice penny from him. Ali knew half the things that were going on were lies, but he was so afraid of going against them because they could turn his life upside down. If you remember the movie with Will Smith, when Ali found out they were lying to him, he fired them for about 48 hours and then hired them back because he didn't want the backlash, right? I'm going to show you a clip how Ali tap dances around the key questions that this guy is going to ask.
Now, my stand for my religious belief, my stand for my people, speaking up for my people, all of them are with me, and that's all I want.
Can I come back to your association with the black Muslims? Have you paid them a lot of money?
Well, this is another propaganda thing. It's a good question that people here in America has tried to paint the image where I was being used by the Islamic religion just for prestige and for money. I'd like to say that after all of my fights, white America, as I said earlier, took 90% first, which left me 10%. I divorced my first wife. It cost me about $200,000 in alimony. The judge, he was against me too. I was married 11 months, no children, and I have to pay a woman $1,200 a month for 10 years. This is another thing directed just at me.
Yes, sir. Ali knew exactly what was going on. He tap danced around that question the way people tap dance at ice skating. But he did the right thing because he had family, and he didn't want nothing happening to his babies or nor his wife. So he played the game. But the sad part about Ali, how he ridiculed Malcolm X and said Malcolm went bad, he went evil. That was kind of a low blow because Malcolm was nothing but good to Ali. So nevertheless, that troubles Ali today. Doing the Thriller in Manila with Don King was the worst thing that ever happened to black fighters. We'll have a clip later on to talk about Don King. But we're going to keep it on Ali just for a couple of more minutes. Or half of that, right? Ali's a good guy, man. We're not here to ridicule him. He's the best of all times. The whole point of the documentary is to show you that a good guy like Ali, a wholesome guy, man, good family man, good to his kids, a good dude, they got to him. They changed him. Ali had to take the oath. He had to be a part of this madness. And even today in his sickness, it bothers him. He never talks about it, but it's like a prisoner being in prison who gets out and never talks about it. It bothers him. The old contracts back in the day, they were all bogus. All the commissions was robbing them. All the promoters was robbing them. Then come Don King, he started robbing them even more. Ali fought a lot of fights. He was fighting, selling out arenas, and wasn't getting half of what he was fighting for. Boxing was getting badder, or should we say worse, than the music industry. It's all about the show. It's all about the fans. It's all about how to sell something. This is the problem with baseball and all the rest of the sports. How can one man make $100 million to hit a ball? It has become utterly ridiculous. And you people sitting back paying $50, $100 to $200 seats to see them. You got to be out of your mind. Sports, music has always been ran by the mob. Now the mob has gotten smart. They got lawyers to write up their contracts. Yes, they've joined corporate America. They stopped so much of the killing. And so what they do now is ridicule you, make you look bad in front of the public, make you look like a pedophilia, a pedophile. They make you look sarcastic and crazy. See, that's how they do it now. They kill you with the fountain pen instead of killing you with the gun. And also they kill you with the brotherhood because most of them too are very demonic.
I mean, the perception of the public, blacks in particular, I spoke to them, they think they are proud that Don King is doing what used to be controlled by the white man, the promotional business, and that he's there because he's tough. You know, he doesn't take shit from anybody.
Don King was set up by the elites to pimp out black young men of talent. He was set up and was told to say what he could say, to ridicule white folks, to make it seem like he's not a part of any slave holder or no one have chuckles on him. He became very believable to the ghetto kids, and he took them all for broke. Don King is nothing but a coon, and that's just the truth.
It's about humanity, people coming together, working together, living together, understanding each other with the word R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. Love you, baby.
I love you too.
Where do you stand on ending the private Federal Reserve banking system?
I stand on people getting an equal fair shake in America. And there's been the haves and the have-nots, it always have been. And so now what you people are doing, the young people that have the guts and the intestinal fortitude to love this country, you're fighting for change. And I support change. I support what you're doing in the manner in which you're doing it. And so when you say about the different things, I can't speak on what I don't understand, but I do understand poverty. I understand being poor. I understand being underprivileged. I understand discrimination, separation, segregation. I understand all of that. And so now if you can get everybody to come together that we can solve each of our problems, we're going to have a better America. Working together work, black and white alike.
Let's just have less Barack Obama change. We don't need that change. There is no change in that.
Well, you know, that is not so, because you got to understand something. Everything that Barack Obama did, he inherited. You got to understand, he just came
And
in.
expanded.
18 months. No.
The war?
No, the biggest
The TARP
thing,
bankers?
No, he's bringing the troops home. They're saying about the troops now.
But sending out military contractors?
No, but listen, military contractors. What you're saying is but 400 years of promises everything and give us nothing. So, you're getting caught up in the wrong thing in your zeal to do what's right. You're getting misinformed and you're getting ill-informed. You got to understand now, this government is run by the people that you send to Washington to run the people.
Yeah.
The biggest statement this country made in the 200 years was to elect a black man.
Yeah, but he's keeping the same policies as George W. Bush. Keeping torture, expanding Afghanistan, expanding Libya.
No, but you see, you're carrying off with your emotion and your passion, and you're not thinking. Take an objective, dispassionate step back, and then go back and see what a miraculous job this America did. And so then you work for a better America to resolve the differences and to be able to. All right, then let's make it happen. We will make it happen.
What are you going to do to help us?
We're going to do everything that we can, because I'm one of you. I'm with the masses.
No,
I need help
us.
too.
Not one
I
of us.
need help too. Don't tell me I ain't one of you.
You got millions of dollars, bro.
Well, wait a minute.
So he has millions, he ain't one of us?
You understand something now? Don't come to me about that, because listen, I didn't have nothing. You can tell that to the white man. You can't tell it to me. You know what I mean? Because I was poor and poor. You know what I'm saying? But I made it in this country. You can do it too. All right, so now let us try to resolve it. Don't play the same game with me you play like you play with the man, because I understand the man.
Are you going to be out here?
I got a PhD. No, I don't understand. I'm going to help you.
Get a pillow in the
I'm
sheet.
going to help you because I love you. I look at you, you look like me, and I feel good all over.
Join my
I'm joining you.
Get a pillow in the sheet and join us.
Hey, Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali like Barack Obama robbed us?
Because I love them. I love them, and I thought it was just so nice that they would give me an opportunity for me to make them rich so that I could rob them, because they were poor when they came to me, and there wasn't nothing to rob.
When I was heavyweight champion of the world, I believed I ruled the world. I had homes all over the country, I had luxurious apartments all over the country, I had the most exquisite cars. But I loved leeches. I wanted them to suck my blood. I just wanted them to suck my blood, all of my blood. I wanted them to suck it, and then they sell my blood. Then I buy my blood back for allow them to suck it again. And that was my downfall. I just associated myself with so many leeches. And I guess everybody has their purpose in life, and I call them leeches, and that's not from a negative perspective either. I say that because I allowed that to happen. You know what I mean? In some aspects, I'm a leech as well. Because I allowed them, I sucked from them as they sucked from them. I guess it was a give and take situation. So no one to blame truly but myself. My philosophy was like, people basically suck. Because really, they're always trying to screw you.
Everyone?
No, you run into, you have these different occasions where you run into nice people, you know what I mean? But, you've been through experience, they really, they don't have no emotion towards human feelings, you know what I mean?
Hard to trust.
Absolutely. My first manager, Bill Caton, and those guys, they were like slave masters, basically. Because I was just a young kid, 18 years old, 17 years old. I was too young to even sign a contract with those guys. But I signed the contract, because they died, I signed the contract with these guys. And they took, a third of what I had. Eventually, I got rid of them, and then I got caught up with this other piece of shit, Don King, who's this is just a wretched, slimy, reptilian motherfucker, right? This is supposed to be my brother, my black brother, right? He's just a bad man, this real bad man. He abused you, and he would kill his mother for $1. He's ruthless, he's deplorable. He doesn't know how to love anybody. That's just the way he is.
The greatest country in the world, man. This is America.
Now let's talk about the private policy. So let's talk about this private policy. What is the private policy? The private policy is to replace celebrities and public figures that pose a threat or refuse to be controlled. I know some of you guys are saying, man, I don't know about this conspiracy, dude. This is going too far. Man, I think you're losing all your credibility, man. You're losing all your credibility. Let me tell you guys something. I'm not going to stop speaking truth because you think I'm going to lose credibility. That's not what I'm about. Truth is truth. But I'm going to still say this is my opinion, right? Now, you see, a lot of you pro-blacks, black nationalists that speak about racism, speak about white hegemony, I can't take you guys seriously. You know why? Because you have people that are being replaced right in front of you, and you ignore it. Not only you ignore it, but perhaps you just can't see it. I think that's it. So it's either you're ignoring it or you just simply can't see. How can you defeat white hegemony when you can't see when your celebrities, when your public figures, when your black leaders are being replaced? It's not possible. Let's take a look at this first news story where it says Mike Tyson lookalike rapes victim in Houston, Texas. Now, I want you guys to go and search for this video. And when you take a look at this news clip, that individual looks just like Mike Tyson. You see, when they're ready to replace Mike Tyson, they're going to do it. If they haven't done it already. I haven't really looked at it in depth, but I know he has doubles walking around. Take a look at this video clip. You tell me if that doesn't look like Mike Tyson, right? Then we have Putin, long dead, says ex-wife. Vladimir Putin has been replaced a long time ago. It's come out, no one has spoken about it. Here again it says, the elite killed Putin. My husband was assassinated. He is dead. This is his wife saying this. His wife is coming out saying her husband is dead. But of course, no one talks about it. Again, my husband was long dead. I want you guys to go and check out those articles and read it. I told you guys before that Chris Brown has been replaced. And of course, people still are questioning if it's real, if it's true. They can't believe it. How could they do that? Very easy. Now, I haven't spoken about this yet, but Barack Obama also has been replaced. Now, again, if you guys have eyes and you take a look at those two images, you can see those are two different people. But of course, most of you guys don't have eyes. I mean, you have eyes, but you can't see. You can't see minute details. You can't read faces. And of course, your beloved Michael Jordan has been long dead and replaced, but you guys still go out and buy Jordans and worship this man as if he's still alive. It is a spit in the face of Michael Jordan's legacy to not even be able to discern that your icon has been dead and replaced. This is why I can't take you guys seriously. I just can't. It's just so obvious to me and many other people, but the masses still can't see. They can't.
A woman claims a man who looks like Mike Tyson lured her into a sexual assault. Police say the man, claiming to be the former boxer's manager, invited a woman to an after-hours club in Houston over the weekend, and that is where the victim says the look-alike sexually assaulted her. Now, the look-alike even has a tattoo similar to the one Tyson has on his own face. The real Mike Tyson heard about the investigation and shared a photo taken with fellow celebrity Jenny McCarthy. It places him in Florida when the incident in Houston took place.